once in a while, the boxing world witnesses a phenomenon. A talent unlike any sport has ever seen, and one who blows even the hardcore ones out of the water. Vergil Ortiz Jr. seems like he's that guy. Hailing from Texas, the 26-year-old warrior boasts a flawless record of 21 knockouts in 22 fights, showcasing not just raw power, but also a keen fight IQ. He isn't just an entertainer, he's a force of nature in the ring, and it's baffling that more aren't singing his praises. Let's take a look back and see the meteoric rise of this boxing phenom.
We have world champions at 154. You know, they're world champions for a reason. I think if I faced all of them tomorrow, I think I'd beat them all.
These heavy-handed shots, the crowd rallying behind Ortiz Jr.
Born and raised in Grand Prairie, Texas, Vergil Ortiz Jr. picked up boxing at a young age, inspired by his father, a former amateur boxer turned coach, who has been instrumental in his son's success through the years. As an amateur, Ortiz Jr. boasted an impressive record of 140 wins and 20 losses. He clinched the Junior Olympic gold medal in 2013 and earned the title of 7-time national champion, solidifying his reputation in the boxing world even before turning professional at only 18 years old against Julio Rodas.
And making his way now to the ring. Bumping.
The fight was short and sweet as Ortiz Jr. displayed his fists of fury with lightning-fast strikes that dropped Rodas early.
Oh, right hand drops Rodas. Oh, huge right hand from the 18-year-old Vergil Ortiz.
Compact, tight radius with his punches, and you see him shortening that right hand.
Son has never looked back in the boxing world.
And this is literally seconds into the fight as they were exchanging early, and Vergil Ortiz.
From there, it was a lopsided demolition in the ring.
Oh, big punch from Ortiz.
That ultimately forced the referee to jump in and stop the massacre.
Oh, a body shot, and it's over. Eddie Hernandez has stepped in and protected the fight.
Very early, and Vergil Ortiz, just 18, 19 years old, making a successful professional debut. And you take a look at some of the power punches, Beto. And I've said this before, punchers are born. A fight plan, as Cesar Diaz. If we see him twice in a month.
Ortiz Jr.'s streak of first-round finishes continued for a few more fights, against Ernesto Hernandez by a vicious one-hitter quitter.
Hernandez. Perfect right hand, end of fight. Vergil Ortiz 1-0, coming in with 1-9.
And when you have that kind of, because your opponent can't react.
And against Nestor Garcia by total annihilation.
And there he goes down.
And that was a jab that
stiff
caught,
one, huh?
Right, it caught Garcia coming straight in.
Oh, wow, he felt the power. Oh, yeah, like a little bit of a hook, kind of.
In his fifth professional fight, Ortiz went past the first round for the first time in his professional career against a sturdy Angel Sariñana. Ortiz Jr. came out swinging for the fences from the opening bell, but couldn't secure a knockout.
Sariñana, the fish.
Yeah, Sariñana has been knocked out 3 times.
Oh, big right.
And it might become 4.
The relentless storm of strikes continued throughout round 1, but Sariñana weathered it with pure grit.
It's lovely there, kid.
Here it comes.
I'm not being a wise guy yet. There's intrigue. Can he get him?
Since round 2 was unfamiliar territory for the young gun, he faced some adversity.
Label over what I'm seeing. I use as a term, an analogy. He's going to have to develop.
In round 3, however, Ortiz regrouped, and he refused to let his opponent off the hook.
Part the desire to come in here and give an honest.
You know, he might not be a great fighter, but he knows how to behave like a fighter. And
the result? A monstrous uppercut that sent Sariñana reeling toward the canvas.
Oh, big uppercut. There it is.
You gotta go back to
You don't know what he
Nope,
had.
that's why he said.
Vergil Ortiz Jr.
In his 7th professional fight, Ortiz faced a step up in competition in the form of Cesar Valenzuela, who had a fantastic first minute of the fight.
Coachella Valley, that's where his world champion Timothy Bradley was with him. Now training Lucas Matisse.
He came from a fighting family himself.
His brother Tonio.
Minute 2 of round 1 was back and forth.
But his mentality, you could tell he wants to whack guys out too much. Sometimes I think he throws too many punches too early. He's very busy.
And by minute 3, Ortiz Jr. was in control.
You see the punches that Ortiz throws.
You feel dizzy, make your legs feel light.
Body shot will make you feel light.
Man, and that was another, that right cross landed sort of on the temple.
In round 2, the Texan came out guns blazing, as if remembering the Alamo, knocking his opponent down for the first time.
Beautiful leverage.
As soon as Valenzuela got up, Ortiz dropped him again with a nice uppercut to seal the deal.
It was both. It was a left to the chest. I don't think it was to the jaw, but we'll see again. Boom, yeah. It was a left to the chest.
Vergil Ortiz, who's only 19 years old, he's a knockout artist facing Brazilian Evandro Caballero.
Ortiz Jr.'s next outing was against Evandro Caballero, and it was a lightning strike as seconds into the fight, Ortiz rocked and dropped his opponent with a snappy right hand.
And down goes Evandro.
Initially, the referee thought it was an illegal strike to the back of the head, but after a ton of replays and a lengthy examination by the ringside doctor, Ortiz Jr. was declared the winner by TKO.
Dallas, Texas, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Staying up, and that's it. It is over. Vergil Ortiz. It's another stoppage.
Work here against the ropes, and that's it. A first-round TKO win.
With 8 consecutive wins under his belt, Vergil Ortiz secured his first career title shot, facing Jesus Alvarez Rodriguez for the vacant NABF Junior Super Lightweight title.
Fighting a good fighter brings the best out of you, you know? Because styles make fights. So when you're fighting an experienced fighter, all the experience that you have is coming out of you too, and it's gonna make me look better. Fight fans can expect a great performance from me June 23rd.
In round 1, Ortiz steamed in like a freight train, barreling through Rodriguez with combinations.
Immediately. He's moving up the middle. Alvarez, last 3 fights.
The relentless assault floored Rodriguez late in the round, but he was able to survive.
Body went upstairs.
Oh, and he drops.
Ortiz continued to produce the biggest shots in round 2.
Ortiz is one of the guys out there that's been there.
Oh, what an uppercut, Bernard, from Ortiz.
And the word is that, you know, he helps.
Snap the head back and more body work upstairs.
In round 3, Ortiz shifted into high gear, pummeling Rodriguez until the referee mercifully called a halt to the massacre.
Really surprised he stood up like that.
Alvarez, wow. Staying up, and that's it.
Things went from good to better for Ortiz Jr. when he fought Juan Carlos Salgado.
Carlos Salgado.
From the opening round, Ortiz pressured Salgado, keeping the veteran at a distance while staying cautious of Salgado's counterattacks that found gaps in his guard.
Throwing a punch. Here comes Vergil now on the attack.
By round 3, Ortiz was in control as he closed the distance to perfection and unleashed several combinations to Salgado's head and body.
We'll continue with that streak, or they do what he always does and finish his guy.
Midway through, Ortiz sent Salgado to the canvas with a powerful right hand followed by a left hook to the body, and that was that.
Plexus, not the liver.
He's so precise with that body shot.
You know, I want to continue fighting experienced fighters, and you know, I don't want to jump up to world champion. You know, I can't fight the world champions right now. I got to get that experience and not get too ahead of myself. But eventually, within 2 years, I'll get there.
A couple of wins later, Ortiz Jr. faced another veteran in the form of Mauricio Herrera. The first round was cautious as Ortiz carefully picked his shots.
Talented. Yeah, look, he plays the piano. He's just not dabbling. He's just...
Toward the end of the second round, Ortiz staggered Herrera with a right cross to the head, but Herrera was saved by the bell.
And you see how quickly he can turn things in this fight. I mean, just classy with the jab, hard right hands, everything is hard.
In round 3, Ortiz pressed the attack, closing the distance between them.
Survive a hook, catches Herrera.
Then came the final blow of the night.
Right hand, Herrera's out. Herrera's out. Sergio, a lead right hand. He changes the rhythm, and look, another right hand, which is
at its best.
Well, we've been blown away by Jojo Diaz, and now
Ortiz Jr.
4 wins later, Ortiz Jr. fought Antonio Orozco for the vacant WBA gold welterweight title.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the fight was a back-and-forth brawl between the two fighters in the first 3 rounds, as Orozco held his own against Ortiz.
Overhand right just misses for Orozco. Here he has Ortiz against the ropes. And like I was trying to say, if he wants to stay in the ropes, keep him there.
through 3 full rounds, Sergio.
Round 5 was a lot better for Ortiz, who used his movement, speed, and angles to tee off with slicing combos.
Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s grandmother.
By round 6, Orozco's defense had been weakened to its breaking point, and 55 seconds in, Ortiz dropped his foe to his knees.
Orozco, he's forced to go down by the left uppercut of Ortiz.
Orozco rose and tried to fight back, but a right hand from Ortiz sent him to a knee again.
He gets up right before the count of 10. Still a long time to go.
Orozco was tough as nails, but he couldn't survive the third and final assault.
To be totally gone, and this fight is over. The homecoming, a rousing success for Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Ortiz Jr. was now the WBA gold welterweight champion. In his first title defense, Ortiz faced a seriously tough test in Brad Solomon, who entered the fight with an impressive 28-1 record. Blessed with knockout power in every punch, Ortiz displayed his stellar boxing skills early in the bout. Ortiz started getting through Solomon's defense and landed some good shots.
Ortiz, Garcia calling for it in the corner. He's looking for his opportunities.
In round 3, Solomon had a fleeting moment of success, launching his own attack and landing some right hands.
As he should.
Ortiz applied his ring smarts exceptionally well in round 4, securing the first knockdown of the night, which might have been a case of tangled legs.
Good stiff jab, lovely jab.
Was he off balance or was he just...
Round 5 left no doubt, however, as Ortiz's constant right hands forced Solomon to the canvas.
Another right hand and he's got his man in the corner. And Solomon's going to have to weather a huge...
Solomon beat the count, but was welcomed back to his feet with a consecutive flurry of left body hooks that sent him down for the third and final time.
No, he's going down again, another knee. And the referee has seen enough. The referee wants to have no more of Solomon.
12 rounds of world-class professional boxing for the WBA.
Ortiz's second title defense came against veteran Samuel Vargas. The fight, dedicated to the late Travell Black Magic Mazian, saw Ortiz storm out in the first round with powerful right hands and heavy left hooks.
This guy's going to put on probably 20 pounds after the weigh-in. He's going to be a big boy. I've just got to work him to the body, stay in the fight to the late.
In the second round, Vargas offered a little more resistance, but still took a bloody nose from Ortiz's non-stop violence.
It's exactly what he needs to do. You gotta come back with that jab.
Ortiz turned up the heat in round 4, with Vargas absorbing body shots and struggling off the ropes.
Ortiz Jr. right hand. And he's firing away down. Vargas stumbles. Yeah, Vargas can't afford to trade shot for shot.
Chopping right hand again. Vargas better be careful not dipping to that same side. That's a little shoulder roll by Vargas right there.
By round 7, Ortiz was as relentless as ever as he unleashed a torrent of punches.
This is where Vergil Ortiz should be losing strength to unload. Catching it with a left hand, rise and down. Jackery's calling CS on Vargas.
Late in the round, Ortiz wobbled Vargas, leading to a knockdown and a dominant stoppage.
Bell rings, Reese steps in, and that's it.
Golden time! After 2 successful title defenses, Vergil Ortiz Jr. set his sight on the vacant WBO International Welterweight title, and he fought Maurice Hooker for the ultimate glory. In the opening round, Hooker tried to keep his distance with jabs, leveraging his height and reach, but Ortiz bullied his way inside with thudding right hands and left hooks.
Right hand again for Ortiz Jr.
Territory you're more familiar with.
They're exchanging hooks.
Round 2 saw a furious pace with Ortiz working the body and Hooker countering with jabs and right hands.
Long arms, you gotta get their attention downstairs.
By round 3, Ortiz's persistent jabs set up punishing straight right hands, with Hooker managing 1-2 combos, but failing to slow down the young contender.
Not want to exchange with the bigger puncher. Come on.
In round 4, Hooker became more mobile, using his jab to maintain distance and scoring several right hands in exchanges, forcing Ortiz to work harder to cut off the ring.
Good flurry there for the showdown with Terrence Crawford after this win. Should he get it? Oh, there's a straight right hand for Hooker. That affected him.
The 6th round saw Ortiz targeting Hooker's body with punishing right hands and left hooks.
Over the top with something big.
Oh, step in right hand.
Learn from their mistakes and stay behind the jab. Fight your fight.
Eventually dropping Hooker with a fiery flurry.
Back against the ropes. He'll take a knee. Hooker is down.
In round 7, Ortiz wasted no time, landing 2 left hooks and a right hand that caused Hooker to wince in pain from an injured right hand, and that was the end.
Ortiz Jr., the future has arrived!
I don't have anything else to say. I do all my talking in the ring. Technically, I am in the ring right now, but you know what I mean, all right?
For a guy like Terrence Crawford, who does not have a fight booked next, would you like that to be your next fight?
I would love that opportunity. You know what? If I get any opportunity from anyone, then of course, and Crawford is possibly the #1 pound-for-pound boxer in the world, you know, definitely top 2. And if they give me that opportunity, I'm looking at you, bud. I'm looking at you. If you want to make this fight, then I'm more than willing to do it.
Ortiz's first title defense came against another stern test.
Temperament that's going to keep him at the top because he has his feet in the ground. He's grounded, but he's still landing them bombs with all the passion behind the fans as well here in his hometown.
In the form of Egis Kavalauskas, and the rising legend passed it with flying colors, dropping his opponent 5 times, but only after surviving an early scare. In the 2nd round, Kavalauskas badly stunned Ortiz and went in for the kill, but he weathered the storm and regained control after some nice back-and-forth action.
And it was an uppercut right there, right uppercut on the inside. That's what happens when you have that last opponent with the exact same punch. Ortiz Jr. has never been hurt.
Yeah, there you see the knockdown.
The following round saw Ortiz deliver a precise jab at close quarters that dropped Kavalauskas to the canvas.
Half hook he threw there that caught Kavalauskas on the chin.
Down. Jab. Power jab right there.
It was in round 8 where the fight took a dramatic turn. Ortiz unleashed a barrage of 4 knockdowns on Kavalauskas, each time the Lithuanian warrior valiantly getting back up to continue the fight. The first knockdown came after a mean body shot. The second knockdown came thanks to a thudding 1-2. Another rapid-fire flurry led to a 3rd knockdown. And the 4th and final one came just seconds before the end of the round.
And he didn't let him off the hook. He could tell that the round was coming to an end.
With a monumental win like that, Ortiz Jr. attracted bigger and better challenges, like the number 5 ranked WBO and number 10 ranked WBA welterweight Michael McKinson, who boasted an undefeated 22-0 record. McKinson found his rhythm early and landed nice shots on Ortiz, but the Texan was game as well. In round 3, Ortiz knocked McKinson's mouthpiece out with a left hook, and then battered him for the remainder of the round.
Body shots, left side, right side, uppercut, and then set up those uppercuts. McKinson's leaning in.
Round 4 saw Ortiz continuing to dominate with powerful jabs and body shots, effectively cutting off McKinson's mobility and keeping him within striking range. Ortiz's heavier punches found their mark, including a devastating body shot in round 8 that sent McKinson to his knees. McKinson bravely beat the count but was visibly hurt, prompting his corner to throw in the towel at the start of round 9. With 19 knockouts in as many fights, Ortiz Jr. was moving through the ranks at a supersonic speed when it met a temporary halt. Right after his win over McKinson, Ortiz was diagnosed with rhabdomyolysis, a serious blood disorder that not only posed significant health concerns, but also put a temporary pause on his flourishing boxing career. The boxing phenom returned to the battlefield in 2024, facing Frederick Lawson in a non-title bout, which was a walk in the park. Ortiz was aggressive from the start, as he put his foe on the back foot with nasty combos.
With the high guard that he likes to employ, he said the one thing he likes to do against...
Before rocking him with a jab and forcing Lawson to retreat against the ropes with less than 40 seconds left in the first round.
Picking his shots wisely. Popping that jab, that's a stiff, hard jab that buckled Lawson.
No, and listen, Lawson wobbled a little bit there. He saw a little bubble.
Ortiz then unleashed hell on his opponent to pull off a stunning comeback victory.
Shots are hitting the gloves. You know, Vergil's applying pressure. Like, that's a good body shot that landed clean, but there's really no big headshots right now. A lot of this attack are body shots, and Lawson, you know...
A few months later, Ortiz Jr. faced veteran Thomas Delorme, who met a similar fate as Lawson. Ortiz Jr. came in and applied high pressure with jabs to the head and body to soften up Delorme.
Ortiz has. He knows how to, punch when he's at range. He doesn't waste punches.
Before melting him with a sharp blow to the liver.
He doesn't waste punches when he's out of range. So that's
good shot to the body, and Thomas Delorme rolling around in a heap.
Way too early. Delorme's not getting up. He is not getting up.
In his next fight, Ortiz was expected to face the ever-dangerous Tim Tszyu.
He's a superstar!
But he met an even tougher challenger in the form of Sergey Bohachuk when Tszyu pulled out due to injury.
I feel like these last 2 fights have shown that I'm still here and that I'm physically capable, but this is the fight that is going to remind people of who I am. It's going to remind people that no one can beat me.
The fight to battle for the WBC interim super welterweight title was a true test of Ortiz's boxing skills. And while it was far from easy, Ortiz had an answer for every question asked by Bohachuk.
He don't have opponents like me, never. He's know this, he's know me. I think he's trained strong now because I'm the best opponent for him.
The epic showdown kicked off with fireworks as Ortiz came out hunting for Bohachuk's head.
From Ortiz.
But the champion stood firm, tucked in, and fired back with a right that sent Ortiz to the canvas.
Whoa!
Nice.
Initially ruled a slip, it was ruled a knockdown thanks to instant replay that handed Bohachuk a massive 10-8 round.
From both fighters, a right hand.
Ortiz shook off the early setback and came back strong, landing sharp right hands and punishing Bohachuk's body.
Bombs nonstop.
Oh, this is do or die for both these guys. This fight is big.
Bohachuk wasn't backing down either, as he found success with his inside game.
Wow, big uppercut from Ortiz.
Both fighters continued to brutally punish one another with bombs as the fight progressed. In round 8, Bohachuk produced the biggest moment of the fight when he dropped Ortiz and earned a knockdown, despite protests from the Texan.
6, 7,
wow, that happened so quick, I didn't even see the shot.
Second knockdown of the fight.
Ortiz survived the scare and then unleashed hell on his opponent, launching a relentless storm of strikes that had Bohachuk staggering.
Ortiz Vergil has him hurt. Vergil has him hurt. Trying to get it back.
Oh!
Ortiz entered the 9th round swinging with blood streaming from under his eye, but he refused to slow down. In the final 2 rounds, Ortiz took control with his jab before rocking his foe with a sharp 2-punch combo in the 11th.
He expected that it would be on wobbly legs.
Great adjustments that Vergil made in the round to box and set up the big power shots.
Ortiz finished the final round even stronger, although Bohachuk fought until the final bell.
Great counter. Wicked, spectacular fight. Between Bohachuk is backing up. Are just built different. What a fight!
Wow.
After 12 rounds of a gruesome war and a Fight of the Year candidate, Ortiz won by a narrow majority decision. In the immediate aftermath of the fight, Ortiz wasted no time calling out Terrence Crawford, but it is evident the young fighter has more ground to cover at the 154 weight class before earning that showdown.
Vergil Ortiz!
Nevertheless, with 21 knockouts in 22 fights, Vergil Ortiz Jr. is one of boxing's brightest stars, who will only sharpen his skills after the trials he faced against Bohachuk. Will this battle turn him into an even more formidable beast? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.